Damn. End of the day, and I am like burned out. What's that you say about my age? I would not be surprised if I could, I don't know. Well, my cardio on a flat surface is tremendous. And I was able, although it's not my preference, and it was hard, but the one thing about Bagiou, I gotta tell you this. Oh boy, and a funny story. Only ain't about Starbucks this time, it's about Shakey's. Now the Starbucks things was a farce way back then, but this is for real, but we'll get to that. Okay. I have walked up so many stairs, so many downstairs, so many upstairs, so many hills that I actually surprised myself. I guess that treadmill work actually helped. For my age, and someone that does have an addiction, cigarettes, I surprised the shit out of myself. We've been up so many stairs, so many hills. Now I'll give you the ups and downs of Bagiou in a minute. Okay, the newest thing, we capped off our night. She has relatives out here. She has relatives everywhere. Jeez. Met up with her cousin, and his family came along. We met up with him, yesterday, really, at the market. He works there. But been in touch ever since. So we met. He wanted his wife and kid to meet us. So meet Gilda anyway, They're from Mindanao originally. And when Gilda was a kid, she was in Mindanao. And this guy used to live in the same house as her mom. So that's a connection. She has relatives. I told you, she has a big family. Let me tell you something. All right, so we decided, well, we met at the mall to say we could take pictures together and share it with her mother and everybody else. You know how that works, right? So we decided, well, let's take them out for dinner. I don't know where to go. Let's just go to Shakey's. We'll go out on the terraces right there. All right, so me and her cousin, she decided we want to have a cigarette, right? Okay, what an adventure that was. And you know what I'm going to be talking about here, right? Okay, so we could have found some hidden corners somewhere. We had to go, I don't even know what floor we were on, to tell you the truth, and that's part of the problem, part of the story. So we go all the way downstairs, out of the mall, across the street, down the hill, round the corner, in about 100 feet, in a dark sidewalk, just to have a goddamn cigarette. One guy passes by me. I felt like saying to him, like, dude, I understand that little hint, but, without you smoking, the pollution around here is worse than that damn cigarette that I'm smoking. I'm sure it wasn't an accidental cough, but anyway, I thought I'd mention that. Okay, it's just a little fluff in the story. So, all right, walking up a hill again to get up to the mall. There's all hills around here. Bagiou, it's mountainside, it's all hills. Okay, so, all right, we go back in the mall, up the hill, after having a cigarette. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I think you do. All right, go in the mall. He forgets what floor. We go first floor, we're going outside the terraces. Now, it's kind of like the Starbucks story back then, only it's the Shakey's story. Couldn't find Shakey's. Couldn't find. Again, same thing. I don't know where it is. We're asking people. I think on the second floor. Go to the second floor. It's not the second floor. We go from one end of the mall to the other. I swear to God, we went up and downstairs. Never mind. We did a few escalators, but up and down. I don't know how many stairs. We went up and down, then back up again, until like an hour later, after going out to have a freaking smoke. And that's what I mean about the laws, and I did a whole show about that. How ridiculous this whole freaking thing is. Okay? Hour later, we come back. I said, yeah, we got lost, Gilda. She's probably wondering, where the hell they go? So up and downstairs. He didn't know shit. Her cousin didn't know shit where he was. He lives here, okay? So this whole trip has been a lot of cardio, I will tell you that right now. And I surprised myself, I really did. But don't get me wrong, there's a couple of times of slightly labored breathing, slightly. It wasn't bad though. For the most part, it was all good. I was good like 5 seconds later, but up and down steps, all hills here. I couldn't live here I'll give you the reasons why. Number one, people living here, they must be in really good shape. Okay, because if not smoking, at least in public, and they're walking these streets, I guarantee they all got good hearts. I don't think heart disease is a big problem in Bagiou. I really don't think so. Secondly, the pollution. The pollution is really bad here. Really bad. You don't have to smoke if you get bad lungs out here, actually. You don't have to. And the other thing is, to be top of the list, the people. So many people. I mean, overwhelming. I don't care where you are on any street. The malls are so packed. And don't ever tell me that you think Filipinos are broke, because I've only seen 3 white faces since I've been here, and in the mall, maybe 1 or 2. All Filipinos, all shopping, all eating in restaurants, all using the services of the mall. So a lot of people who try to classify Filipinos as being poor, well, you haven't been around, I guess. They are not poor. You know, you just see people on the street and you assume that, you know, everybody's poor in the Philippines. That is so far from the truth. I've learned that since I've lived here. Believe me, I know. So many people, and the population is growing and growing and growing out here. Okay, I'm not saying don't go to Baguio. Just keep in mind that the mornings are very chilly. Toward evening, it gets very chilly. Midday, it's okay. T-shirt. But the problem is no matter what you're going to do out here, there are so many people that are bumping into you everywhere. It's overwhelming. Culture shock all over again, you know. So many people. The population, I don't know what the population is out here, but it's incredible. Every street, every store. I mean, economy is good here in Baguio City. It's excellent. People are doing really good. And if you could get a business here in Baguio City, according to what it is, you could thrive. According to what your location is, you will thrive because there is enough people around here to buy goods in your service. I don't know what India's like. I just heard it's crowded. It's like India or something here. Okay, but all in all, the trip was good. We could have done more things, but as I said, the problem was getting around. It was hard to get transportation here. Very difficult. And there's long lines for just about everything out here. So I don't want to give a total thumbs down to Baguio. It's an interesting city. It's a very vibrant, very alive city. And people here, what is it, Ilocano, I think is the language here, Ilocano, but most of them are very well spoken in English because, well, I had to do the military history out here and all this other stuff. And anyway, you know, English is very well spoken out here. So you really wouldn't have a real problem getting somebody understanding. I don't think that's a real problem at all. But, I mean, the people are friendly. There's no problem with that. And the sights, well, you know, it's your typical tourist things. And I've turned down numerous places to go because I just thought it was too damn corny. But, you know, my Filipina is very touristy. She wants to see everything. As long as she can get photographs from it, she's happy to clam, you know. So I'm going to end this topic on, I don't know what else I have, maybe one more video on here, I'm not sure. I'm going to end my topic on Baguio City, so we'll be going home soon. And, yeah, I had a good time. Nevertheless, I really enjoyed going up the mountainside. Even if it was, I mean, you didn't have to go to this particular flower farm to, you know, have some enjoyment, but anywhere along the way going up the mountainside, there were so many vistas. You could have just stopped and just seen the awe of the mountains out here, and that was worth it alone. I like the atmosphere with the pine trees myself because, you know, even New York had pine trees. And certainly the Pacific Northwest, where I lived in Washington State, of course, you know, I'm used to seeing pines. Okay, even in Hawaii, well, they had Norfolk pines. Not a lot of them, though, but Norfolk. It was nice seeing pine trees. It created like a whole different environment. It kind of brought me back to like the Pacific Northwest, actually. You know, just seeing the pine trees around, totally different, you know, instead of all these palm trees and stuff, you know, pine trees everywhere. So that was kind of cool, and I didn't mind that at all. It's kind of like stepping back in time a little bit, you know, back in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, we'll end it here. For those of you who watched my shows, thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up if you liked them. And let me get back to normal, whatever the hell that is. Where's Shakey's? Where is Shakey's? Well, that was a test in itself.